What's good, Elite Live Streams? We back. How you guys doing out there? Uh, Happy Sunday to everybody who's tuning in. Welcome back to another live stream. What's good? How you doing, J Rock? What's cracking?
Oh man, I'm chilling, man. This is a big weekend before Christmas. So it's a lot of shopping going on. I hope you guys are taking care of your families, your children, and making sure everybody has a gift. I just want people to know that, sometimes you got to play Santa Claus. Then you may not get what you think you're supposed to get. That's okay. We're at that age these days.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, I'm just here to say playing Santa Claus is cool because that's what I'm doing.
Merry Christmas to all you guys out there who celebrate. Everybody who's, down with the holidays. Merry Christmas week. Hope you guys have a great time with your family. If you do not celebrate, whatever you do something. Salute to that.
Whatever it is.
We praise you. Salute.
Yeah.
So today we got a pretty good topic. We're going to get into kind of the history of Kendrick and the game. Kendrick's, I don't know what's going on, man. It's one of those situations, I guess I'll start here confusing. Where it's a little confusing, but it definitely speaks to that energy where everybody loves you when you're on the same level, but then when you surpass them, things get a little bit different,
That's a good point, B.
And so that's why the title of this show is Idols Become Rivals, right? We already know that Kendrick, he pretty much wrote a verse about Game and just how much he influenced him coming from Compton and being able to see his rise to the top and all that. He paid his respect to him, in my opinions. And so to see Game kind of change up is very, very, I don't like it, bro. I'm just going to keep it a buck. I don't like it at all. I think it's in bad taste. And we'll start there. What you got to say on that, Jay?
I think that I'm not going to, I won't say, let me use the words correctly.
Yeah.
I won't say that a lot of the shit that Game do is in bad taste, but Game do shit in bad taste.
Yeah.
Based on the latter end of his career, where we at right now.
Right.
With him. So I think a lot of the reasons why it goes that way with Game is because I feel like when Game was popping, I don't think he felt like he ever got the gratitude and the got noticed as that. What word I'm looking for?
He didn't get the notoriety.
Notoriety. There you go.
Yeah,
that he felt he should have got right then.
Right, Kendrick's getting now.
And in the prime of his career, he didn't get that. So I think that's what causes him to look at it a certain way, where he like, oh yeah, no, I could still. And it's like, but for this era of Game, you probably can't steal nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you gotta look at it, and it gets to the point where you start comparing certain shit, in my opinion. So that's like Jigga saying like I could still run the rap game right now.
Right.
Yes, Jay-Z, are you a very good rapper? Are you better than some younger cats out right now? Yeah. But to run a rap game, you can't, because your era has kind of surpassed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So even trying to include yourself into what this era is already kind of weird. And I think that's where we get the vibes from Game, where it's just like, why are you even, you got to think, before we even had this whole little beef and all of the shit and the big three, which we at that time were considering, Drake,
this generation,
Drake,
top guys.
J. Cole, Kendrick, Game, you hadn't even dropped the tape, a significant tape within any of those times. So it's like, how do you throw yourself back into the mix?
Because I feel like he's not in that generation.
So why are we even, And no, we're not saying you can't rap. Game, you're a rapping ass nigga. You're good at rapping,
right?
But people can't tell how good you are at rapping because you do so much side weird shit that it kind of takes away from how good you rap.
Yeah, in the game, he's 46. So that's a definite.
That's a big age.
That's almost 10 years.
You got a 10 years. So that's what I'm saying. Your window. And that's what that goes back to the first. You feel like you didn't get the praise in your window, but just because you didn't get the praise in your window, don't mean you get to go into another nigga window and get the praise in that window.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So not to even because we'll get there, but like this statement, I'm the best rapper in Compton. How? You don't rap better than Kendrick Lamar, and we know that.
Yeah.
You can't say that.
No matter age, no matter the age.
I'm saying
it doesn't matter. You're not a better rapper than Kendrick.
I get what Compton people would say because I'm not. Oh, you're not from Compton. You don't know. I'm saying for that whole city, Kendrick Lamar is the best rapper. Period. And if you guys want to act like he's not, you guys are fucking smoking dick.
Yeah, and we can debate it.
Then we can debate it if you want to. But
if you think
for that city, there's not another rapper, including Game, that you can say that is a better rapper than Kendrick Lamar.
Right.
Period. Whether you like him, whether you don't like him, or he ain't holding it down for the city like that. No, he's definitely the nigga performed at the Super Bowl. I don't know what you gotta understand for it to not be held down for the city. He's holding down for the city.
How much more can you?
How much more is he supposed to do before y'all be like, oh, nah, he holding it down for the city?
Yeah.
Like, no, he's holding it down for the city. He's holding it down for the damn near the coast.
Right.
So it starts to get there. So it's just like, Game, no one has ever said, oh, Game, you can't rap. That, and I just feel like he challenges himself in that himself, which makes him say these certain statements because it's like he's still, and that's tight. You know what I'm saying? That's I won't 100% equate it to LeBron, but I equate it to like a LeBron. Like, man, I'm gonna still keep playing, bro. I'm gonna still shoot my shots. I'm gonna still get a dub.
I still got it.
I'm gonna still get a dub. You know what I mean? I feel like that's how Game moves in the rap game. Like, I still get a dub though. Like, I'm not out of it like that, but it's like it make the other antics kind of take you out of that. Like, if he was just a chill, cool nigga, I'm not saying, I don't know. I never hung out with the nigga, don't know the nigga like from, you know what I'm saying, from a can of paint. But like, if he wasn't just popping it the way he popping it and it was just like a laid back, cool nigga, it'll be that. Like, like it would get taken different than you trying to feel like you're outshining Kendrick right now when you're not. You don't have a tape that's except for them first two tapes when you dropped. When we first knew who Game was, you don't have anything even close to anything that Kendrick has done. So you can't flat out say like, I'm a better rapper than Kendrick Lamar. Today, you're not.
Yeah, and I think I have some receipts here because
not today.
Right now, Elite Media, we always bring receipts. Definitely. So I think I remember where it started. All right. Because everything, there's always a stem, right? Where does it start? Where did this come from? Where is this energy, right? So let's bring this up right here. So let me make sure I'm accurate here, right? Because we want to make sure, okay? So this is from 14 years ago, guys, all right? 2011, okay?
It's a lot of years.
This was at the House of Blues. You got Snoop. You got Game, you got Kendrick, Corrupt, the whole West Coast, right? So peep.
Oh, that's the shit where the nigga passed it to
peep this.
Well, when they
so you got J-Rock up there as well. PDE. Warren G.
Mind you.
Right. This was young, all right? So this is, you can see the banner back there. This is TDE. You know what I'm saying? In the West Coast, everybody's on stage. Peep it out, all right? Boom. Schoolboy Q. How many niggas up there? All right, there's Kendrick. Now look at the Game's energy.
Mm-hmm.
You see him back there? Does he look like somebody who's happy to hear the torch getting passed?
He thought
he looking a little stressed out, don't he?
Because it skipped him.
He don't even got a mic in his hand.
Skipped
all right.
You great at what you do. You ain't good at what you do. You great at what you do.
Look at the energy. Hands in his pocket.
Bro got skipped. It's okay though.
Now Snoop is up there passing the torch for the West Coast. All right.
I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna mean this. If you got the torch, then you better run with that.
Don't get me wrong. He's showing love. He's doing that, but you can kind of tell you
can see the energy, right? Because it really means something to Kendrick. This is a big moment for him. He got a lot of respect for these guys up here on the stage. And we already know he looks at Corrupt as his real big homie in rap, because we know Corrupt is a lyrical genius and Kendrick is a lyrical genius. That's the lineage, right? So Game has no lineage with that, all right? It's some real West Coast shit. Y'all who's been speaking on it, we can now finally give y'all the real deal, all right? So if the lineage is there, you already see Corrupt. You see the energy from Kendrick, and Snoop is the pioneer. Snoop is the one who built this shit for us, all right? Boom.
It's yours.
You see, means a lot to Kendrick. Kendrick is emotional. Now look, you see the difference? Corrupt the big homie. You see the energy shift. That's real love right there. What? So anybody now, there we go. All right.
This what I go into with that. Just with that visual right there. It just becomes, not that niggas is looking for confirmation, but when you get that type of confirmation, you know what I'm saying? It kind of lets you know, like, oh nah, the city on my back, the city behind me, we good money.
You're doing the right things, right?
You know what I'm saying?
And it was a big
whatever city it is, you know what I mean? I'm saying for the county,
right?
For the coast,
yes.
It's Kenny,
K. Dot.
It was Kenny then. Then Kenny, you got to think. That's, you said what, 2014?
That was 24. That was 14 years ago. 2011.
So then it reshapes and it becomes the same thing, but in a sense, this is why we have those issues with Game, or we look at Game a certain way, because it's like 14 years later, and you like, nah, I'm the best rapper to ever do this. I'm the best. But it's like that doesn't look like
you gotta do things
that doesn't look like that
correctly, because the internet never forgets.
Right. So that doesn't look like that.
That is one of the receipts, right? That's where I felt like the stem where it started. Yeah. You feel me? It started right here on this stage, right there. That's where this started, where the Game started feeling some type of way because the torch had already been passed.
And he got skipped.
He got skipped over. All right. And that's why it's,
and I'm not saying that don't make you, I'm not saying that don't make you a good artist.
Not at all.
Or you're a bad artist, or you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying for the lane that Kendrick is in right now, it's like, no, he's holding it down complete. Like,
he took it to another level.
Yes. When you say West Coast now,
ain't nobody did the Super Bowl. Game ain't never did the Super Bowl.
You can't not say Kenny.
Bet.
When you comparing the Kenny to the Tupacs and the whatever niggas think that this West Coast is, whoever the greatest guys are on the West Coast, Kenny's in that talk.
Right. So
I don't know how, it's like I don't know how Game puts himself in that talk, but
we're now starting, like I said, this is where it starts, right? Yeah. So we'll continue, right? Let's continue this part. Let's continue and read. I want you guys to pay attention though to how the Game tries to make the moment about him now. Watch.
This is after the hugging and all of that.
Yeah, watch this. All right, let's see Kendrick. He's emotional. He's feeling it.
As he should be.
These are his peers. This is his big homie Corrupt right there. They go add Soul.
How many niggas up there?
Look at everyone embracing him and giving him. Listen to the crowd.
Because they feel the friend.
Do you see that? Do you see? All right. Where's the game? The game is nowhere to be found right now.
Yeah, but he's back dwindling.
Now look at the game, grabbing the mic. Look at this. This is what we call an energy shift, where somebody is trying to shift the energy away to themselves, right?
Type shit.
Boom.
And anybody with their camera phones out that don't understand that this is the motherfucking nigga. Hey.
Now, as you see, the over-the-top energy, he wants to make the moment about him. It was about Kendrick. They're cheering Kendrick's name. He takes the mic and has to do that.
Now he's on the mic.
What do you think?
Like I said, I'm gonna go with it again. I'm gonna double down on it. I just think that niggas gotta be comfortable enough with their own runs. Like Game, you had your own run. When you was running, I get it. You didn't get to run like you wanted to. You was beefing with 50, yada yada. But you gotta think, 50 your label mate. 50 is a nigga that got you on here. Kenny don't got nothing to do with what you doing.
Nothing.
The only ties y'all have is y'all both from Compton.
And he paid homage. Okay.
And Kenny paid
homage.
A lot of homage.
All right. It wasn't like he just was sliding you or anything.
No.
He gave you your props. So technically, he don't owe you shit.
So it just becomes like, you know, and these, mind you, this is from 2014. So this is not even the new shit that Game is even talking about.
We're working it in.
But I'm saying even back then you can see.
There you go.
Like
what the game is on.
The game is on. You can kind of see it. He's, you know,
we're building the character here, right?
I think that, you know, the way that he was moving at that time, I just think he don't feel like he don't feel like he got accolades and you know, got noticed and people knew who he was the way that he wanted. But the way that he wanted it is the way that Kenny has got it now. You know what I'm saying? He felt like his run was supposed to be like this run, but it's just not. And to the point where you gotta just leave it alone.
And add to that, Kendrick did not build this overnight.
Right. This is a long ass run.
Kendrick has been working. He's been putting everything he has into the music.
Not to say that
taking the time.
Not to say that at a point Game wasn't.
Right. But
I don't think it was to the level that this is.
Kendrick transitioned because the music is also the medium that he was in. You feel me? Kendrick was a part of anthems. You know what I'm saying? During the 2016 riots, you feel me? We Gonna Be All Right was one of the main songs that a lot of people were singing out on the streets, protesting. All right, the Black Lives Matter movements and stuff like that. Kendrick was attached to that, so he culturally, in my opinion, was able to transition from just the rapper archetype. He went into a level of like inspirational artist.
But he's able to hold down a whole coast.
Yes, right on.
I don't think and don't get me wrong when I'm saying this. I fuck with Game. I think Game is a really good rapper. But there's not Game had them 2 tapes in the early part of his career.
Yeah.
I don't even think those was holding the coast down the way that Kenny has held the coast down. But you gotta also look at it like Kenny on the back end, or not even the back end, on the before Kenny was this Kenny, was already rapping his ass off. Kenny has always been a rapping ass nigga.
Yep.
Kenny been rapping. So it's just like, mind you, opinion. I just think the level of rapping is not even in the same realm.
Right.
Don't get me wrong, like Game can rap, but Kenny's a better rapper than him. And we just saying flat out rapping, he's a better rapper than him.
100%. Lyrical,
from
songwriting,
top to the bottom.
I think the beat selection, you feel me?
Top to the bottom.
And
my thing, you know how Game is. Game is the type of nigga that'll be like, oh, well, let's put the discographies together. And let's match them up like that. Game, you got them first 2 tapes. Even on the first 2 tapes, we used to joke about this shit back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Us and our homies, like Game rapping about the same.
Yeah, R.I.P. Fame. You feel me? He's talking about that shit.
He rapping about the same shit on every song.
White Rose, Red Ceiling.
He rapping about what?
Yeah,
Compton?
Easy. Oh, right. Yeah, 6-4 and Pilot. Yeah.
Blood. It's not
exactly.
like the level of,
Oh man. And a model chick, whoever she was.
So it's just like, were you able to put those in different, ways for different songs in them first couple years? You were able to. But
exactly. Dr. Dre, exactly.
But after time went on, we looking at it like, damn, this nigga really saying the same thing.
Nah, and it got to that point. Kenny has range. All right.
The problem.
He has a discography.
You know what I'm saying? That's the problem for Game.
So you can't all the catalog is rock solid. You feel me?
So it becomes hard to say like you're just I'm just so much of a better rapper than than Kenny.
I'm gonna bring some more receipts, but keep cooking on that, J Rock, while I pull this up.
Because it just it just becomes my thing with Game is, I'm gonna say it again. Game, very, very good rapper. But Game's claim to fame is 2 tapes. And the 2 tapes, the first one that got him lit came off of a whole nother nigga back. That shit came off 50 back. 50 wrote them songs. And Game be trying to go against the grain so much, like, oh, nah, 50 wrote them songs. What? So did you rap on them? Yeah, you may have rapped your verse, but this becomes my thing with just music in general. Like, yeah, the whole song got to get made. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There's levels to how a song get made. You don't just get to, oh, well, the hook is good, so the verse don't matter. Nah, that shit matter too. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So it's just like, just as much as on Hate It or Love It, just as much as Game's verses matter, the fact that 50 wrote the hook, at 46.
Yep.
Game is 46, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. Even stating it out of your mouth, like, I'm a better rapper than Kendrick, is something that you can't do, because you got to think about it. When you were coming up, that's like Snoop Dogg saying I'm a better rapper than Game.
Yeah.
But he actually was.
So look,
you know what I'm saying? That he actually made better music than you at that time.
Now,
even then.
Okay, so now we can.
You're not, you know
forward,
what I'm saying? Like, you're not that guy. Snoop Dogg could say that because he's been green for 4 generations.
Right. And here's also
4 decades.
The additives as well is
Game
never as well had like a major beef with anyone during his era that was of that cloth. Remember, he tried to beef with Jay-Z, but it just didn't work because Hov is Hov, right? And so he tried to beef a little bit with 50, but it just never got there, right?
No, it got there. Niggas died.
But what I'm saying is it didn't take him to the level that Kenny's at.
Oh no, he thought that beef, these beefs.
You feel me? The notoriety, not that level, right?
Fuck no, it never
so
worked.
Look, the beef happens with Drake and Kendrick, right? And remember, Game wouldn't take a side when the beef was happening, right? Because they was going back. Yeah, so he fucked with Drake. Okay, cool. So then Kendrick wins the beef, right? Boom. Kendrick wins the beef. He does the pop out concert, Remember that?
Yeah.
Now the game isn't at the pop out. I also think that this played a part to this. So we're gonna bring up the video of him reacting to when the pop out happened the day after and how salty he sounded about that. So here he is in his own words. All right, because in Leap Media we bring receipts. We let people speak for themselves. We just add commentary.
Yeah.
All right, so look, we hit a bando real quick. So look, check it out, man. Motherfuckers in my DMs and all on these, these blog sites and whatnot, talking about, the West Coast ain't fucking with you, and you ain't, you ain't this and you ain't that, and you siding with this nigga and that nigga. When the fuck y'all heard me say a motherfucking thing about who I'm siding with or this and that, nigga? I'll be in my own lane chilling, nigga, taking care of my kids out the fucking way, nigga. That's how I made it this far in this fucking game, man. A lot of y'all, a lot of y'all fans and shit, it's kind of easy to sit where y'all sitting at your house and try to look and gauge this shit from where y'all sitting. But it's a lot of fuckery that go on in this industry, man. And that, y'all can see from, what happens to some of, some of y'all certain celebrities y'all follow and whatnot. This shit ain't what it's all cracked up to be.
All right. So that was his own words, y'all, okay? That was his own words. All right. Boom.
Wait, before we go there, this also is a part of it. When the Super Bowl performance cracked off for the West Coast, before Kenny got to perform.
Yep.
And Game got left off of that shit. He was already salty. So now this is like re-salty.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying.
And this is before the Super Bowl.
No. This is before Kenny's Super Bowl.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But this was after.
Before that,
yes,
they didn't put him on
Dre.
that Super Bowl.
Yep,
so he was already salty.
Right.
This nigga. So this is like now he re-salty.
Yes.
And a lot of that shit be fest, and that's what that goes back to my initial statement. Game felt like he never got the Joan that he was supposed to get. You know what I'm saying?
That part.
He just has never got it. He's never just been recognized as that guy for the coast. And I think that fucking bugs him. And that's why he's prolonging a lot of this shit and trying to just stay relevant.
Right.
For so long, where it's just annoying to the point where it's becoming annoying. Like, game, all right, bro, you 46, give it up.
All right, so we're going to play more. Yeah, let's keep going.
And because I don't want to play internet games with niggas all the time.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Which is these are niggas that do
I contributed, to his career.
But
from the beginning, bro. From the beginning of this shit.
He did endorsing it.
On the West Coast, nigga. Really early. Coming straight out of West Side, Cedar Block, Bompton.
Is he still saying
you endorse?
All right,
saying the same.
My bad, y'all. We had a
shit that you rap about.
We figured it out.
Same shit you're talking right now.
Right,
and it's just it's blowing my mind. Man.
My bad, y'all. But we back. All right. So he says the game ruined his own career with antics. Yes, thank you, Night, for coming through. Yeah. But yeah, you're right. The game has been on some other type of time. I can't really remember exactly why, but you feel me? We're bringing receipts because we got to make sure that we show the energy that he was holding. You feel me? And then Night's back in the chat. He says, remember, the game was on Instagram posting Drake songs, Energy Subliminal, Sneak Diss, and Kendrick. That's right.
He gonna cover it.
That's right. Salute, night, you on it? Night, salute. We locked in. Night. Make sure you subscribe. But yeah, that's facts, and you know that's why I was making sure that we brought the receipts, because we got to show him in his own words. You feel me? Yeah. This is what the game was saying, and we could feel the energy, and that's why we started with the House of Blues time, because that was a turning point on the West Coast. Once Snoop passed the torch to Kendrick and overlooked the game, I'm telling you, there was an energy shift. And then after that, clearly Kendrick went on a run.
But you got to think, in 2014, bro, you got to think.
2011.
Game, I mean, 11. Even, okay, that's not making it no better.
Early, exactly.
Game just told us on that Joan right there, like, yeah, you know, I got signed to Aftermath in 2003. That's 8 years. In 8 years, so this is 8 years of Game not really getting the recognition that he wanted.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He got the money. Fired to them first two, like I keep saying, them first two tapes, fire.
Right.
He did well. Very well. But his career coming out of Compton has not translated to how Kenny's career is.
Nope.
It's not even close.
Kendrick won the Pulitzer Prize.
You know what I'm saying? It's
all right. There's levels to this shit.
It's a gang of other shit.
All right. So and that's just one accolade, okay? And the fact, like I said, like Kendrick built his fan base. It wasn't overnight, all right? TDE was grinding together. They all came up in a certain way, and we can uniquely talk about this because we are here on the West Coast. We was here doing this come up. We watched every single level. We went to school at Dominguez Hills with Dave, all right? All right? So DJ Dave, when he was having parties, he was throwing parties. He was posting music about Kendrick on Facebook. We was there, all right? So there's a different connection to this, and we know the backstories, all right? Night, he's back in the chat. He says, Kendrick Lamar subliminal diss the game right back at Whacked Out Murals, squabble up and TV off. Remember, Kendrick Lamar had the word game over. Yes, you're right. But that was after the fact. You feel me?
I'm saying
that was after the game had chose a side. That was after the game was talking crazy at the pop out. You feel me? That was after all this. And then Kendrick
about the
and so Kendrick had to rectify that. So we're gonna let the game continue to talk. Let's bring him back up here. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Put him back up so he could keep talking, so y'all could continue to hear the hate.
Which is still my hood to this day. Nigga ain't never slacked, they never ran, they never did nothing. But throw this shit up, nigga. I took that Cincinnati hat worldwide, nigga. I put on.
Talk about what you talking about. We never said that wasn't your hood.
And why does that matter? Like, why are you overcompensating?
We just want you to, whatever you got on here to say that.
Right.
We never said you wasn't from Cedar Block. You got it.
Whatever. For Compton, nigga. And I put on for the West Coast, nigga. And Top Dog know what it is. Kendrick know what it is. Nigga YG know what it is. Mustard know what it is.
Now, that's a key component here. Mm-hmm. Mustard, in my opinion, is the catalyst because Mustard made a #1 song for Kendrick, and that as well makes Game very salty because it's all in-house. All right? This is because YG has that direct connection as well to the Game, but Game doesn't like the fact that YG was at the pop out, Mustard was at the pop out, but he was not invited to the pop out.
I don't even think that it wasn't he wasn't invited. He just wasn't going.
I don't think he was invited, bro. That's the reports. The reports are saying that he was not invited.
Listen to how I'm saying it. This is where we haven't played the clip yet, but listen to how
I'm coming. Oh yeah,
I know it is, but just listen to how I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it like, even when he states it, and I agree with him. He don't gotta get invited to go nowhere.
That part.
He could pull up. But he is aware that him pulling up the way that he wants to pull up is gonna look a certain way.
That part.
It's gonna, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna unmask the whole lightweight hate that he doing. You know what I'm saying? It would unmask that, like, oh no, this nigga really a hater. Because if you listen to when we get to that clip, how he's stating it, like, you know what me and my niggas do. If I pull up and there's niggas that I don't like, it ain't gonna turn out right. Well, why wouldn't it turn out right, game, if you're not hating?
And it's just rap.
And it's just we just rapping,
right? And if it's just rap,
you know what I'm saying? So that's I'm looking at it like that also.
All right, 99. Hey, appreciate you, 99. You active today. Salute.
I like it.
The game had a problem with Kendrick since 2012 magazine Double XL and the Dr. Dre front cover. It says Snoop, Eminem, 50, Kendrick, but missed the game, and the game hating on Dot since day one. Yes, sir. But that's why at the very beginning, if you go back in the stream, we played that video from 2011. All right. House of Blues, Snoop Dogg had already passed the torch. Everybody knew what was going on in the city. If you was out here on the West Coast, if you was in LA, Long Beach, Compton, you knew what was going on with Kendrick. You knew that he was going to be the one, right? And so everybody started to get behind that to support, you feel me? And as well, Section 80 was doing numbers, man. Section 80 was killing the streets. It was killing, you feel me? Any internet. Yeah, it was just on the internet. At that point, the internet was like the hot shit. It wasn't even on radio yet, but that shit was doing crazy.
None of them songs made it on radio.
Right. And so
if we really keeping it a bean,
that part.
Nothing on
no major singles on that
nothing
tape.
On that tape made it onto the radio.
But man, come on, bro. It actually had hit.
Fire ass tape.
Come on, bro. So it's like, I think once that was doing his thing, I think Game already saw that, and then boom, Kendrick gets the Double XL. But as well, that's also building the era of the big three, right?
But he was supposed to get the Double XL that year.
But as well, he had to get behind who? J. Cole. He had to get behind who? Drake. All right. Yeah. These guys were all coming up, and the game slowly but surely is not hot no more. Even, let's keep it a buck, even Schoolboy Q had shit at that point that was actually fire and was doing numbers that was more relevant to what game was on.
It's a couple of,
you know what I'm saying?
There's a couple of artists from the West Coast at that. I'll say it's so crazy. This is wild. Let me get off track a little bit, but this is wild. I'm gonna compare the timing to what tape was out.
Yeah,
this is how tight Drake is and was at that time.
Yeah,
and the Take Care era, that tape.
Oh yeah,
I'm just saying in that era. That's 2013, whatever. Yeah. 12, 13, 14, 15. That tape for the West Coast. There was a lot of niggas that had actually put out great content, great music, great everything. Yep. Kenny was one of them.
Facts.
You get what I'm saying?
Yep. And
so then, when you say the Schoolboy Q's and the, you know what I'm saying, we can go YG
to a certain extent.
YG to a certain extent. There was a lot of shit going on the West Coast. Music with the Doms of the world.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there was music getting put out, but it was just like anything Kenny was touching at that time was surpassing.
Oh yeah, it was different.
Those specific West Coast artists.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? So it just becomes, it was just he the guy that took it was his time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like we've had a gang of artists, but somebody similar to Snoop, this is the closest we've been to Snoop in a long time.
Nah, he's back in the chat. He says facts. The game didn't want to pass the torch to Kendrick. And that is why the game and Kendrick had the
game never touched the torch. Right. That's the problem. That's the problem. He never touched the torch.
And he said Drake tried to sneak this Kendrick on the song. You feel me? That's right. And then he comes back and he says the game is still trying to little homie Kendrick, just like Drake and J. Cole both tried to do. Yeah, and that's a part of this. And that's why I said like the idols become rivals thing is real, because
that's the real thing.
There was a time where everybody was really sleeping on Kendrick. And I hate the fact that now the narrative changes where they're trying to say that Kendrick is just like Grammy darling and everything he does, everybody dick rides him. Right. But it's like, nah, bro. Like there was a time where so many people were sleeping on Kendrick. They were saying that his sound wouldn't translate. His lyricism wouldn't translate.
He doesn't make bangers.
Right. That backpack rap, they was going hard. You feel me? They was trying to put him in that Lupe Fiasco lane. And not to say that Lupe Fiasco isn't fire, because he is.
They try to put him in the conscious.
Yeah, like exactly nerd rap. You feel me? But in reality, Kendrick is much more than that, and he proved it now. And so that's why he got niggas mad for real, is because he was able to bust the mold and say, nah, y'all can't put me in no box because y'all want me to do this hood shit. I'll do it, but I can do it my way though.
Exactly. I was about to say that. Just he kept being himself.
That part.
The whole time.
That part. Never sold his soul to do anything. Never had to dick ride nobody. Stayed on his side of the street and made bangers. You feel me? Got in the studio instead of talking on podcasts.
I think that shit bugs.
And posting lies for no reason.
I think that shit bugs, gang.
Yeah, man.
I think even like the whole come up of Kendrick,
Facts.
The way he did it, the way he got, you gotta. Oh, we also forget this, B. The way he got to Dr. Dre.
Yep.
And what came of that sounds a lot better than when Game got to Dr. Dre. I'm just
man. And look, because they came in a different scenario, like
they did come in these different scenarios, like, but Kenny came in that motherfucker humble.
There you go.
Game came in that motherfucker like I'm the nigga already. Right. You don't get to act like that, bro.
And I think
that shit is well documented as well.
That G Unit West stuff, it never really took off. It was never really an era outside of just him. And I think, you feel me, Kendrick coming with not only himself, but Black Hippie, and then having other people behind that, SZA and Isaiah Rashad.
The way that Game got to it is the reason why where he is and why he feels how he feels. And the way that Kenny got to it is why Kenny is Kenny.
The Game trying to bait Kendrick to diss him, and the documentary 3, the Game is going to fully diss Kendrick Lamar. Yeah, I mean, this is what's going to happen. It's so predictable. You feel me?
But it's still not going to matter.
Right. So now
we know who's the better rapper.
Yes. Now we can get to the modern, what he was recently saying, right? Now we done gave y'all the timeline. We told y'all where it started.
It's fucking Game, dog.
And so now we got to listen to him talk reckless in 2025. Okay? The pop out was almost 2 years ago at this point. You feel me? So it's like you're talking reckless now. Like, bro, we're done with that, dog. We don't have time for it, bro, because right now you had your opportunity to say something and you didn't, dog. So we're gonna let it be what it is, but it's just funny that everybody tries to say, oh, Kendrick is this and Kendrick is that, but y'all steady talking about the man. So what is it? Help me understand, bro. Hold on, let me make sure this shit working, because
you gotta also understand it when you say that. Be the reason why he's being spoken about is if we really look at it in retrospect, let's just think about the last 2 years. That's a sick ass run. He went on a sick fucking run, bro.
Yeah, man.
You get to Super Bowl, you take down the biggest rapper.
Mm-hmm.
You put out 2 fire tapes. That's a sick run. Like
world tours,
and then you get a OD tour.
Yeah, man.
That's 5 big things.
And he did one for Mr. Morale too. People sleep on that. The Mr. Morale tour, and he did that documentary.
He did a lot.
Kendrick's been doing a lot behind the scenes, man.
So it's like a lot of that shit gets forgot, and niggas just be thinking like, oh, Kenny, like, oh, because it took him so long to drop after that first tape. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or second tape, whatever tape that was. It took him so long,
Yep.
Niggas forgot, like, nah, when he do get cracking, like, he get cracking. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'd be solid. Like, he gets great traction. He goes crazy.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He goes crazy enough to get he gets to perform at the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Off of a tape that he dropped a month and a half before. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like the tape was out for 7 months, 8 months, and it's like, oh no, we want Kenny at the Super Bowl. And it's like, nah, he dropped
literally the most controversial song
it's like he dropped
to ever exist in
tape
history, right?
3 months, 2 months, 2.5 months, and he's like, oh no, he got to perform at the Super Bowl.
Hey, salute to you, Night. He back in the chat. He says if Kendrick Lamar really want to lyrically demolish the game, Kendrick could end the game's music career. You got that right. I agree.
Well,
you feel me?
It's already really done. It's already done.
And he says, all in all, the game and Kendrick Lamar features Kendrick lyrically out-rap the game. That ain't no doubt about it. You feel me? The game claiming that he the king of LA and king of Compton. Yeah, right. Kendrick is the king of the West Coast. Kendrick is the king of Compton. Yes, he is. I mean, I think there's no debating at this point. You know what I'm saying? But it's still, for us to bring this up because there's definitely some, something you can learn from here, right? And I feel like the lesson part of this lesson is, like I said, there are people in your life who will come in your life and they'll only expect you to be at a certain level. And they will always look at you at a certain level, even as you're growing and surpassing them. And sometimes they want to keep you at that level. They want to make sure that you're under them. But in reality, Kendrick is never that type of person. Kendrick is a productive human being, right? Mm-hmm. So his lifestyle is based on him growing and bettering himself. This motherfucker was taking psychology classes at UCLA in his own time. You feel what I'm saying? And so,
like, when Kenny is,
come on, man.
Kenny is
he's a different type of dude, man. Read, bro. And so when you messing with somebody on that level of consciousness, the game, you don't even have the discipline to fuck with somebody like Kendrick. But you over here talking crazy. All right, cool. But guess what? Kendrick came at you humbly. And when you fuck with people who do that, bro, you may not be ready for what he gonna come back at you with. That's all I gotta say. Yeah, now we're gonna bring up this guy talking for himself.
I just don't think that makes it even worse. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be worse.
Talking that shit, that's what niggas was doing that day.
No, bro,
that's what niggas was doing that day.
You say that, but all it takes is one nigga from this shit to get out of pocket with one nigga, and that's what comes with me.
Well, why you didn't go by yourself then?
What you mean come by yourself? Nigga, I'm not doing that, bro. I'm not doing that. The thing that you saying right now is like,
or older, and
don't let nothing happen to me, nigga. I ain't gonna let nothing happen to me. Number one, and number two, just so everybody see it, so it's said. If something happened to me, whoever did it is getting smoked, nigga.
Period. I believe that. I'm not gonna hold you. I believe that. I believe that Game has that kind of shit going on in his setup and content, and that's cool. But we're talking about how it gets translated is ridiculous. We're talking about just rapping.
That's what I thought we were. That's what I thought we was talking. I thought we were talking about bars.
Rapping. How it got. So you saying the reason that you didn't put up to the pop up is because you don't fuck with niggas that was at the pop up. Okay, understandable. You could have left it at that and said next question.
Right.
You decided to elaborate, and then it ended up with you saying if something happened to the game, nigga getting smoked. It's like, okay, Game, we understand that, but
who's getting smoked?
He said if something happened to him,
right?
Whoever killed
somebody gonna get smoked.
Whoever killed him is getting smoked. Understandable. I get that. Whatever. I'm not even in a spot to pull your fucking gangbanger card. You got it. If you're looking at it like that. But as far as rap goes, if we're just talking about rap, there's a reason why you weren't at the pop-up. Because you've been hating the whole time. You don't think that a nigga can't try to change. You don't think that a nigga can't tell when you hate? Why would I want to hate her at some shit that I'm at? Yeah. And it's for me. I'm not inviting you, nigga. And if you and nobody never said, like, you know how he played is worse than just that. He said, you don't think Game could go wherever he want to go? That's cool. You probably could. Nobody never said you couldn't.
But to make it as though like
you not, bro.
And that's the point. That's as well why it's so simple-minded and goofy of him, because what Kendrick was trying to do was show unity among all the gangs, and you thinking about what you're gonna do to somebody. That's the difference in mentality.
Or Kendrick put that together,
right? Kendrick put that together to show unity of the West Coast, the red and the blue, on stage, all together. This is what we're on. This is what we represent.
If you really listening, D-Rel is saying that to cut.
Right.
Like, so you was just gonna tweak out at the joint? It's basically what he asking cut. Like, you was gonna just tweak out?
Goofy.
Because of what?
Goofy.
You older than everybody that's on that stage. I get it. You didn't get your accolades and this and that, but as black people, stick together.
Man.
Game, you're not destitute. You got Cheetos. You got money.
A grown man.
Not even. I'm just saying, from the way you came into the game is the way you leaving out the game. You still got money. Right. You're still good. It's not like it would be different if Game was like flat out going broke. I could see like I'm trying to gain traction to make money. Nigga, you have money. Game can gain tours, nigga, overseas and still makes money right now.
Yeah.
So what is this? You're not, it's just like the way you're going about it doesn't make enough sense. Is what I'm saying.
Nah, I agree.
We all as a coast can look at this shit and see it with our own eyes and know. Game, you're a good rapper. You were a good rapper in your time. You were great. You did what you did. You had your run. You got to fuck with one of the greatest producers ever, Dr. Dre. Mm-hmm. You're still not a better rapper than Kendrick Lamar. Nah. For this coast, for Compton, for any of it.
Yeah, man.
It's Kenny's time. It's been his time. You got to think. You just played some shit from what you said,
2011. All right, 2011.
That's 15 years ago.
2011. All right, he was so already moving.
You're not at that point, game. You were running out at that time. So there's no way you can sit down on anybody's podcast. I don't give a fuck who podcast you on, and just flat out say I'm the best rapper on the West Coast. I'm the best rapper in Compton. You're not. Yeah. And that is okay. You're 46. It's okay.
And listen, there's smoke though out there in your age group. Pusha T is 48. All right. That's a
but it's
you want to, you know what I'm saying? You want to, yeah, but all I'm saying is just like that's his generation, that's his era, right? That is that era. And so when you got people like them who just recently dropped an incredible hip-hop album, my thing is do the music. You ain't got to make it about beefing and talking crazy. And,
or
this movie was going to do if I came to the pop-up and
matter.
Somebody would have died and all this other crap, bro. That's so goofy, bro, because at the end of the day, it wasn't ever about you, bro. Night back in the chat, he says, Kendrick Lamar even dissed the game on the song and music video element for bringing Drake to Compton, and the game allowing Drake to diss Kendrick on the 100. Then he said the game is throwing a couple of subs at Kendrick on the freeway, revenge dissing Ross. Yeah, I mean that's just what it is, bro.
All I'm saying is you
throw rocks, hide your hand.
The thing about
make sure y'all subscribe.
The thing about Kenny is not gonna never directly say nothing to nobody until they really ready.
That part,
and that's why he got at Drake like he got at Drake. You know what I'm saying? Nigga been beefing with Drake apparently for 10 years.
Right.
And then when Drake went too far, he finally tweaked out on it. You get what I'm saying? Like, okay, yeah, you going too far, bro. I'm a trip. The thing about it with Game is, I think he looks at it like any other hood would look at it like, oh, that's just the big homie hating. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that's it. So it would never go further than that, in my opinion. I think Kenny just be looking at Game like, oh yeah, Cub from Compton, but that's just the big homie hating.
Yeah, but the fact still remains. Yeah,
he making himself look goofier and goofier.
Yeah, by coming out here, saying what he's saying, trying to create,
it's like, division. Bro, just support it, bro.
Right. The game said, "Bad kid, good city. I studied the art of war. Now it's a subliminal diss on the freeway revenge song." Yeah,
all of that is cool. It don't matter.
Yeah.
The fact that you know that is tight. You a real hip hop head. I give you that. Love it. But to the majority, to the masses, we don't know what the fuck Game has said in the last fucking 5 to 10 years. We don't fucking know. We don't even care.
The fact of the matter.
We just know that Kenny, for that section, is popping. And for whatever reason, Game has an issue with that because he didn't get the accolades and all the shit he thought he was supposed to get. But Kenny is the best rapper in Compton. And in our lifetime, I think he's the best rapper to come out of Compton.
I definitely agree. I think
my personal.
I think if you said, if we comparing the discography, the songwriting, lyricism,
personally,
you feel me? Social impact, cultural impact,
all of
every metric. There's no comparison. You feel me? And what the game is doing right now is just some straight up hater. Oh, you used to be the little homie. Now you bigger than me.
I'm trying to big homie you. Yeah, I'm trying to big homie you.
I want you to know that I still, am the best out of Compton. When in reality, we know that that's just not true. Right? All right. Hi, night back. He says the game. Yeah, he going in. He said the game was even subliminal, sneak dissing for real, and the clips and Kendrick on America's Nightmare. Yeah, I mean, listen.
Okay, wait before you go. Hold on. Wait. Let me just. I know why he's saying all of this shit. It also becomes this side of it too, which we forgot to say. Game and Drake get along.
Yep.
So when a nigga getting torched, you will want your allies to be like with you.
Right.
Game is a Drake affiliate.
That part.
This is an ally.
Yeah.
So yeah, of course, when a nigga getting torched, you're gonna say you can subliminally do. That's what I'm saying. Game, you can rap, but your time is over. You so not popping in this age that niggas don't even know that you subliminally dissing anybody.
That part.
Unless you just you gotta flat out diss niggas. Niggas is not catching subliminals unless they really listening to the game.
Yeah, Game of OV Ho affiliate.
So yeah, of course he's gonna, he gonna
that one up there.
That's just what he on.
Yeah,
like he fucks with Drake.
And I think sometimes that's a part of it where you gotta sometimes let people be where they at. You feel me? If you already chose your side, stay over there.
It is what it is.
You know what I mean? Ain't no real flip flopping with us. And you're trying to, now garner up a certain level of relevancy. You going over there to the fig community. What a low level. Like, not saying this to them, but it's just like you're going in certain spaces where you know that you could say crazy stuff so that it could get out to the people that you wanted to get out to. Mm-hmm. You're going on Shannon Sharp, right? You over there because you know who over there? The Black community. You go over there to who else? Oh, let's go to Fig community because they the streets of LA. Let's go over here and say that. Oh, if I would have pulled up there, it would have been all right. Well, you didn't come, and that's why you didn't get invited.
So what are you talking about?
Because if you thinking about that type of stuff, you bringing that type of energy.
Probably shouldn't have been
the pop out wasn't even about that. The pop out was a victory concert. That was
legitimately about popping out.
The victory, the overcoming of a beef that could have lost Kendrick's career. If Kendrick would have lost, he would have been in the same predicament as Drake. That's why I do not feel sorry for Drake at all. You feel me? Because I know for a fact if Kendrick would have lost, everybody would have been treating Kendrick like they treated Meek Mill. And Meek Mill is still a great rapper, all right? But Meek Mill lost that beef, and what happened? That killed his career. I'm just keeping it a buck. Not saying but it ruined a lot of his momentum because that Dream Chaser shit was really, on him. He was doing a lot though. You feel me? He had a good little backing with that Dream Chaser stuff. And then you feel me? The beef it is what it is, right? So Kendrick wins the beef. All right. Well, now you're mad, Game, because he beat up your boy, and now the whole industry mad now. Oh, the rap game fucked up now. Rap game this, rap game. All right, just get better then.
It's just getting brought back to what rap is really about.
Yeah. Skills.
In them days.
If you ain't got the skills to pay the bills, get off the stage.
You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the young Nas's and Biggie's and Jay-Z's of the world. Like the way that they came up really rapping. They ain't come up riding.
The West Coast is Kendrick Lamar, my boy.
The Snoopy.
He is the West Coast. You feel me? The Game, all right, for whatever it's worth, he is not a part of the soil like Kendrick is in the soil. All right. Kendrick is really a part of this.
Right
now.
What I'm saying?
The Dodgers, all the franchise.
I'm saying right now.
Yes. He is the hottest. And
in Game's era, Game is still a part of the soil. It's just his soil was a long time ago.
Yep.
And his time has ran out.
That part. And his antics don't make it. Those superpowers get neutralized. Real talk. I can only watch in silence, nigga.
It's not influential.
That's just what it is, bro. And that's why skills pay the bills. All right. He said Drake tried his hardest to rig the rap battle by having executive silence. Kendrick forever putting on the diss records. That's facts.
And you're not cool because you do.
That part. It was never about just rap. All right. This was about artists versus industry plants. This was the small guy versus the big guy. This was David versus Goliath. All right. Yeah. Everybody wrote Kendrick off. When Drake was doing them songs and Kendrick hadn't responded yet, everybody thought it was over. Then Kendrick dropped Euphoria and it was never the same.
Whoopty.
That's real. Kendrick dropped Euphoria and it was never the same. All right. It was up ever since. And so when I see the Game come out here trying to, you feel me, bait, you know what I'm saying? Trying to bait Nah, bro, you don't get nothing. You don't get a crumb, nigga.
My other question also is within this is like, bro, if you gonna bring him on there, like ask this nigga like realer questions, like really deep dive, because Cub might really got a problem. Like as
Listen,
like
man.
he really got a hater problem because it's like
Green Eye Monster, dog.
It's like
the Green Eye Monster.
I hear you, like game, yes. Cause you can go wherever you want in LA. Nobody never said you couldn't. But you kind of got a contradiction when you're saying that. If you could go anywhere, why would you not want to be there? If you're not really hating on Drake, if you're not really hating on Kenny, why would you not be there? Just
among your peers who you say,
you know what I'm saying? You
gotta feel me, you're the king of, right?
Think.
Why would you not be there? If
you gotta think. You gotta think about it like this.
Make sure to like and subscribe.
Think about it like this. As a Compton native, just like Kenny is, you can literally go there and not get touched, bro.
Man.
Because you're from there. No matter where you're from, blood or crip, whatever. You can go to cuss shit. But your initial statement is at 46 years old is, oh, nah, that's niggas in there that I don't fuck with. But it's also to the point like, who don't you fuck with? You know, that's why, you know what I'm saying? Niggas like that couldn't sit down and talk to me because I'm be like, who you don't fuck with?
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end of the day, this is not like you got to go to, you throwing your concert in Long Beach.
Mm-hmm.
Or you throwing your concert in LA. Oh, them LA niggas is in there. I don't fuck. It's like, no, this shit is backed by Compton. This is a Compton joint, nigga. So how you can't go or show up if you're not really hating on Kenny?
Because you're afraid that something
you're not hating on Kenny.
You would potentially do something to somebody else,
or so.
Well, that's why you're not here, bro.
One of your homies is
right.
Like it's like that shit is weird. You know what I'm saying? This shit is a Compton function. That's
West
what the
Coast, right? You say.
No, wait, hold on. I won't even get to the full West Coast yet. I'm saying it's coming from a Compton affiliate. Kendrick Lamar is a Compton affiliate. So this is a Compton function before it's a West Coast function.
Yeah.
So a lot of conversations have to happen for shit to be cool.
Mm-hmm.
These are Compton niggas hanging out with LA niggas, hanging out with Long Beach niggas, hanging out with West Coast niggas as a whole.
Right.
So conversations had to happen. You know what I'm saying? In the sense of like, hey man, we don't want no weird shit to go on. Nigga, if niggas is on that weird shit, stay home. So game, was you on the weird shit? Clearly,
I understand.
Because clearly,
I was there selling shirts.
I know nothing happened.
The coolest LA event,
and that's what I'm trying to say.
And there was a lot of different hoods there,
and
even outside.
That's what I'm saying. So if all of that went on, it's like, game, what kind of energy you came on? That kind of energy, like, yeah, nah, it's niggas in there we don't fuck with. So it's like, or I don't fuck with.
There's a lot of niggas in there that
a lot of niggas don't fuck with. So what are we talking about?
On stage,
right.
What did you talk about?
Yeah, night back. He said, yup, the industry and the internet tried to write Kendrick off, but Kendrick was telling the world that he is not to be played with. Even 50 Cent was sliding with Drake, and 50 even subliminally sneak dissed Kendrick on Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg's album, the song Guns and Smoke. Kendrick Lamar dissed 50 on IG by having the Rick Ross Maybach glove on his IG for the song 16 in LA. Yeah, man. And as well, people forgot that the song Let the Party Die was also a part of this play as well, right? When he dropped that wasn't just about what's going on in Atlanta. That was also about what's going on right here and the culture of what a lot of people was doing, a lot of behind the scenes BS that a lot of people were a part of. You feel me? And so when I really, deep dive, 16 in LA definitely had a lot of subliminals in it, but people forget that Let the Party Die had a pretty much direct message towards not only just the Atlanta culture of hip hop, but as well what's going on over here on the West Coast, and people with the same ideology as the game who are continually pushing division within the West Coast.
It took it like that.
You feel me?
Oh man, this nigga talking. This nigga's pointing us out.
Right.
Like, yeah, Cub pointing us out.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
he's pointing that part. And I think like a lot of people don't understand that too. Is like that's what played the part too. Is like there was more content that was also having to be put together because a lot of people was talking crazy, man.
And I just think that Kenny, you got to think when you say that a nigga, and that's what makes Kenny so vital to this situation. It's just so tight.
Right.
Because when you say that a nigga's holding down for the coast, you gotta think. When we say the coast, we just saying it's the West Coast and the East Coast.
Yeah.
That's music, and everything in between is everything in between.
Right.
So you basically saying it's this coast versus this coast. And that, but you gotta also think that's how it was made to us too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Biggie and Tupac died because of this.
Yeah.
But now it's became to the point of where it's just music, and musically, Kenny is, yeah, y'all may take it as, people may take it as, oh, he was this and this and this and that and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Kenny, a lot of the shit he's saying, he's just talking, he's just speaking on music in general.
Right.
Whatever coast.
Yeah, man. The entire music
Just
industry
music.
at large.
It's not like a coast,
right,
or here or a specific place. It's just music in general.
Right.
And you know, people take offense to it, but if you listen to the music lets you know he ain't lying.
Nah, I think it was pretty.
Not a lot of shit he say that where you could just be like, oh nah, that man cap. How many times you just say hat when Kenny rapping about hat?
Nah,
we don't, because he don't saying a lot of right shit.
And that's why I think as well, like it
culturally,
bothers,
that's what somebody's supposed to do.
It bothers them because Kendrick definitely didn't have to do it the way that they did. You feel me? He didn't have to market himself to things that he wasn't a part of. He didn't have to claim no gangs, nothing, bro. He just spoke on his experience, his view, and then
really good.
Exactly,
He just said it really good,
and gave a great perspective on what he went through and how he can, you know, contextualize everything that he sees when he grew up in the hood.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But the game, I feel like you said, like even we spoke earlier, it's the same old things every single time he rap. And like that shit gets redundant.
Like, we know gang. We know you a gang member. We know you one of the hardest gang members.
6'4" Impala.
But I also feel like there's niggas in they hood that'll be like, really not one of the hardest gang members out of the hood. It's a gang of us over here.
Right.
It's way harder than him. He's just a nigga that got a face and family that was doing some shit. And he walked into it as himself and ended up rapping, and he just rapping wise couldn't cut the mustard as long as Kenny has been able to do.
Mm-hmm.
And Kenny got the accolades and all the shit that Game feel like he should have got, and that's why he's where he at right now.
Yeah, man.
That's why he's saying the shit he's saying. That's why, you know, it just becomes that. It's more so that part of it. Like Game, no one's never. So I'm gonna say it again. I keep saying it because I don't, you know, I just want people to know. Like Game can rap. Rapping ass thing is really good at it.
Yes,
we're not denying that. But for it to turn into what Kenny is doing and Kenny has done, it would take so much more rapping, bro. Because if we're really breaking it down to just rapping and verbiage and songs and how he, you know, Kenny is just so far past you, bro.
Yeah, man.
From the grind grind though. I'm not even saying the Kenny that we know now. I'm saying like the Section 80s of the world, those tapes, the young
City, all that.
Not even. I'm saying everything from Good Kid, Mad City, and under.
Oh yeah,
that grind to me is better. When he was K Dot, is better than what Game, better than anything Game has ever put out. I'm saying them tapes that Game, them 2 tapes Game got. There's shit that Kenny got tape wise that's super better, comparable. That's either equal or better.
Yep, in
my opinion. So that's what I think. I think Game knows that, and that kind of that fucks with him. And I feel like that would fuck with anybody. You know what I mean? If there's an up and coming somebody up under your ass and you've been a nigga for so long, you'd feel away too.
That part.
But there's a way that you go about it. Don't go about it as a hater, because Game, it kind of you coming off haterish when you don't have to.
Yeah, man. Kendrick,
you're solidified. You know what I mean? Like you're solidified. All right. You're as your own entity. You're solidified.
That part.
That's why you still have money. That's why you're still rich. That's why people even give a fuck what you're talking about. You're solidified.
You still have some great music.
You know what I'm saying? You're solidified. But you don't have to try to dumb down Kenny for Compton because you feel like, oh, I didn't get what I was supposed to get accolade wise from everything I've done. Like, nah. You don't have to do it like that. And that's what I took out of him going on there and talking on with the fig niggas and all that. I just took it like, bro, you didn't go to the pop out because you were ashamed. In my opinion, maybe not ashamed, but you didn't
you were a little upset that you were salty. You know what I'm saying? You were a little salty about that shit.
Because you know that your discography is not comparable to that. You didn't drop 2 good tapes. You didn't have a pop out.
Right.
The way that music in general is being, you know what I'm saying, received, there's a gang of shit that Game couldn't even do.
Hey, Night is hilarious. He said Kendrick Lamar's birthday is June 17th. Kendrick's favorite cartoon character is Bugs Bunny. And the Chinese zodiac sign is the rabbit. Yeah, man. Hey, is this Kendrick's burner account?
Right.
Is that you, Kendrick? You giving us all this inside information, man. Is that you, Kendrick?
This is Kendrick. We know.
Put one in the chat if that's you, Kendrick.
Kenny's a Gemini. He does all this cool shit. We know all
Kendrick Lamar waited 17 days to drop Euphoria. Yeah, man. And that's but the game.
We're really on the game.
Yeah, like the game. He's just the fact, like, bro, you're doing too much, man. You have had more than enough time. Kendrick never disrespected you. He always gave you your props. He always made sure that he let you know everything, man. So for you to be doing this, bro, is a sucker move, in my opinion. And it is super goofy because it's so uncalled for.
And you know what I'm saying? You jumping on shit where you know it'll get seen.
You're doing it for the clout, man. You clout chasing, bro.
You kind of clouting
it. And it is so lame, bro, because you 48 years old.
It's like, bro,
48 clout chasing is nasty.
You're gonna get on Shannon. You know what I'm saying? And Shannon's shit is gonna translate. People are gonna see it.
It's gonna get views.
It's gonna get views. You know you're gonna go on Fig. It's gonna get views. So you got the, you know what I'm saying? You got the hood shit with the Fig, and then you got the proper people, and then everybody else in between, which is us. We're just looking at it like, oh,
all right, night.
Game has something to say.
He's a Gemini too. Gemini gang and bang. You know
that might be why you.
Know what I mean. But yeah, I'm super Kendrick fan. Yeah, that's what's up, man. Us too, bro. You know what I mean? I went to the GNX tour at SoFi. One of the sickest concerts.
I went to a couple Kenny joints. I went to all the Kenny shit before he was even Kenny.
And so we big Kendrick supporters here. You feel me? It was just one of those things. The game. He's been on a run of just terror, talking crazy, and we had to hold his ass accountable. You feel me? Straight up.
And I don't know. I don't know how nobody else ain't saying nothing to him. Somebody that, you know what I mean? We don't know Game. Right. Somebody that really know him should probably tell him, like, hey, bro, you kind of coming off as a hater.
You doing a lot, my boy.
That's how I'm looking at it. Like, you kind of, you know. And the sick part is I know people from Compton that don't even listen to King.
Right.
And be really trying to play good too. So I get it. I don't know why, but I get it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like unimaginable, something that I just never thought of in my mind. It's like, no, I've heard it. Like, no, I don't.
Yeah,
I heard people from Compton say, like, I don't really fuck with Kenny.
Yeah, but we see,
but to tell you like, I fuck with Game though, and it's like, oh,
all right, you know,
but not Kenny.
All right, 99 said Kendrick Lamar and Tupac are both her goals, his goal, whoever you are. And then they said, I think that J. Cole is going to diss Kendrick Lamar on the Fall Off album. I hope not, man. I hope he just do him. Put out some good raps. We loving the good raps right now. It's a lot of good raps out there. I'm now listening to that Nas and DJ Premier.
Yeah, I did.
You own that. I feel me? It's all right. You know, I think I gotta give him a few more spins, but it's a little slow for me. I gotta take a few days with it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm listening to fucking I know you don't like him right now. I see your little chat, but 21 shit hard right now to me.
Hey man,
21 shit.
Yeah, 21 just dropped. You know,
cut shit straight.
He said Kendrick Lamar, Tupac Machiavelli song. Yes, sir. Reincarnated.
Hey man, we know the songs.
Not like us. Word. Yeah, man, we've been in for a cool hour, man. You got any last words? What you think?
Man, B. My last words is, you know, for where I think the culture is when it comes to music, I would just like everybody to big up everybody.
Yeah, man, it's a good time right now.
Like, I don't want it to be at a point where it's like niggas is trying to like solidify themselves as the best. we're at a point in music right now where there's not gonna be a best.
Right.
There's not gonna be like like back in those days where it's like Jay-Z's the best, or Biggie's the best, or Tupac's, but we're never getting that again.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think, and a lot of people in music do it already. They niggas get hyped up shit, but it's just like anybody that's tight that we look at right now that drops from the Kennies to the even games, whatever, whoever you are. You want to drop a tape at 50 years old, cool, whatever. Let's just big it up more. You know what I'm saying? Big, just the fact that a nigga even still doing his craft. You know what I'm saying? Like,
word.
And I think that will stymie and stop a lot of niggas bullshit. Because older cats be in their fit more than they give it credit for. You know what I'm saying? And somebody like a Game that is 46 years old that didn't really get, the pub that he wanted. And now there's a Kenny in here getting the pub that he want, that maybe he don't even want it, but he's rapping so good that he gets it.
There you go.
I could see why that would, kind of make a game feel the way it makes it feel. But I feel like as a grown man, you should be able to handle that better. But I also feel like on the back end, we gotta just hype up everybody. That's black people. Black people making music, everybody just hype them up. Fuck it. Unless it's just terrible, but we're not hyping it that terrible. But for the people that make good music, just it's no sides, it's no nothing no more. It's just good music is good. Let's get right there. Good music is good music, and let's listen to it as such. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't gotta pick who's better, who tape was better, who sold more. Man, none of that shit don't matter. Nah. Let's just listen to music as it is.
Getting back to the art, y'all.
The art of music is where I'm at. That's my last words, B.
All right. Well, I think, you feel me? The same point remains is that, always be careful of the people who, you call your big homies, or you call people who, you think are your friends.
People you look up to.
Yeah, be careful of them, because you never know how somebody could change up once you start to surpass them. You feel me? So make sure you keep your head on the swivel out here. Stay tuned. We're going to have some clips dropping. We got plenty of stuff dropping. I think we got a video from last week that just dropped on the channel today. Check the Elite Media channel. Make sure you subscribe over there.
Keep fucking with us, man.
Yeah, man. We appreciate y'all who pull up.
Yep.
And we out. Peace.
Love.